Hey guys, hope you guys are well. I'm so sorry for this. I'm gonna have to hold this camera, so if it's shaky, I'm sorry. I'm gonna try my best to like stabilize it or something. But as you can see, I'm in my car. So I bought the Fiat 500. It's in the grey and it's the lounge version. So as you can see, it has this like nice skyline. So basically, I just kind of wanted to do a video about my experience in regards to driving, my theory, my practical, just to help you guys who are like struggling. So my journey kind of starts into 2017. So I decided that, that was the year that I was going to do my driving. I was thinking about buying a car, but if not, at least let me get my license that year. So I went through a company called Drive Johnson's and I got a driving instructor, and I paid about 30 hours. So that was about, at that time, I think I paid about 600 or 600 and something pounds for about 30 hours on manual. I didn't even know, because not a lot of my friends was driving, to be honest with you. So I didn't even know what was preferred. I just done manual because I just heard that it was the best thing to do. So I drove manual, and I was basically horrible. I had no experience. I was about 20 or 19. Oh, no, how old was I? I was 19 or 20 years old when I started driving. I had no experience prior. Didn't even know there was such a thing as a clutch. And the driving instructor was just not helpful. He was just not the most helpful driving instructor. He just had no patience with me, and I found it very difficult from day one to actually learn how to drive and build my confidence. I decided to actually go straight forward with the driving lessons because I've been kind of wanted to do my theory test, but I've been delaying it. And I thought, if I actually pay £600 to do my practical, it will push me to do my theory. And even my theory was hard. I felt like 4 times or 5 times. Like, I just felt like, is this driving for me? Like, I failed so many times in my theory test, and I managed to pass, thank God, and I did it. But when it came to my practical, I just kept on stalling, I kept on messing up, and the driving instructor, he was just so negative. Like, I knew that he was not the right driving instructor for me, but I just kind of went along with the flow because I felt like, oh, I've started with him now. If I stop, then like I'm gonna lose all of my focus. But not realizing that was delaying me. Like, he didn't even like Nigerians. Like, I'm Nigerian. He didn't even like Nigerians. He was like saying things about Nigerians, saying I don't like Nigerians, they're cheap, they're this, they're that. So like, I should know, like, if he doesn't even like Nigerians, like, I haven't got a chance with this person. But silly me, I went on with it. I paid him money, hours and hours and hours. I think I've probably spent over 100 hours on him. I spent so much money doing lessons with him, doing my tests with him, and I was doing the one in Chinkford. And if those who are doing your test in Chinkford, especially for manual, the clutch is mad because there's hills everywhere. So I just kept on failing. And it was funny because on the test, I would always fail for something that wasn't my weakness. But on my actual test, or my actual practical lessons, I'll always mess up on my weaknesses, which was a bit mad. Whew. Sorry, I needed a bit of an arm break. So basically, I just decided that this guy, I'll never forget, there was one day I was just so down because I spent money, I borrowed money because, like, unfortunately, like, I had to do everything on my own. Like, I didn't have family members that can give me a lot of money. They helped with a little bit, but not that much. I had to kind of fork in the money myself. I used a lot of my student loan. I used a lot of my work money. I had to borrow money sometimes. The driving instructor was even charging me some extortionate prices for some of the stuff that I was doing. Like, just for fast track, he would just put another £100 or £200 on it. And I just deeped that I could actually book the test myself. And why am I paying him £200 to book a test that I can book myself? Like, what is that? So be careful of these driving instructor demons because they're out there and they will take your money if you're not careful. So when I started to clock on that this guy was not really wanting me to pass, like, he would tell me, like, girl, I don't know when you're gonna pass, like, you're gonna do this for a long time. Like, he just was so negative. I decided that my last time with him, I said to myself in the car, I didn't say nothing. He looked at me and he was like, oh, how are you feeling? And I said to him, I don't think I'm going to do this anymore. And he was like, just take time off, come back to me, think about it. But within myself, I knew when I said I don't want to do this anymore, I didn't want to do any more with you. I didn't want to do any more of this driving instructor. And when I feel confident and ready, I'm going to find someone else. So I picked up the courage. I took a few months break because I was, in a new job, trying to like organize myself there. And I had other priorities in place at that time. Towards the end of 2019, I said, you know what, I'm going to go for it again. I went on a different website called Pass Me Fast, and I found an amazing driving instructor. Like, it was just God sent, honestly. He helped me in ways that no other driving instructor could have. Like, he built my confidence. He made me believe in driving again. I felt like I had to go back to automatic or something. Like, he gave me hope, and I managed to pass the first time with him, and I was so happy. I even thought, like, am I gonna actually pass this test? And I actually passed, and it was I knew it was God, because I made sure that I involved him in everything I was doing, because it felt like it was becoming a curse. Like, how can it be like nearly 3 years of me doing this driving, spent over 3k, £3,000 on this driving, £3,000 I spent, and I still haven't got anything to show for it. So, I was just so happy that I managed to finally pass. And it's funny because literally last year, around the same time that I got my driving license, I was able to buy my first car. And my first car, like, I was like, oh, I don't want to just buy any first car. I want to buy a car that's nice. Like, I know it's 2012 plate, but this is a nice car. It's a Fiat car. If you want to be honest with you, like, not a lot of people buy this car, especially from my background, especially if you're black. A lot of black people don't buy this kind of car. And I was just so happy and privileged to be able to be an owner of a Fiat 500. So I just thought I'll share my kind of story to those who are like struggling or who are thinking of throwing in the towel. Like, just keep on. If you feel like manual is not for you, then go to automatic. It doesn't mean you failed. Failure is when you don't actually get your license. Like, don't give up on yourself, because I know how it was. It was hard for me. It was a struggle for me. There was times where I was crying. There was times where I felt like, what was wrong with me? What's wrong with my foot? Why can't I just get it? And honestly speaking, when you get your license, you're still gonna mess up. I've messed up so many times on the road. There's times I'm like, how did I even get this license? Like, I messed up. But honestly speaking, like, don't take it for granted. Just keep on going. Like, you're gonna pass eventually. So yeah, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. I'm using my iPhone to record, so apologies for the lack of quality, but hopefully you will find this useful and helpful. Take care, guys. Bye.